So let me go to this interesting story, okay? So I was thinking about this story that happened when I was doing missions work in Africa. I was in South Africa, and what we did is we had these Bible studies happening every single week inside of our church house, okay? So these Bible studies are going on every single week, and this one time, okay? One time there was this new person that came to church or came to the Bible study, and this girl was gorgeous. Like, she was so pretty. Like, everyone noticed this girl. All the guys, all the girls, like, wow, she is pretty. Okay? So, as the night is going on, what happens is, because everyone's paying attention to this girl, there's more interactions with her, and slowly we begin to see that she doesn't have very good character. She was rude. She was cursing inside of the house church. She was even physically pushing guys away from her and stuff. And, kind of the rumors kind of spread around is like, oh my gosh, she's so pretty, but her character's so bad. What a waste, right? There's a lot of these things going around. And, kind of people are thinking that. So pretty, but such a bad character that everyone's wondering, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that, this girl's so pretty, yet she's got such bad character. And it kind of made her look bad, right? And everyone is kind of, you have that feeling like, oh, don't judge a book by its cover. And, you can't, just because they're pretty doesn't mean they're great. Oh, now I realize that I don't have to live, just being pretty is not enough. Like, people have these types of thoughts. Then the person who brought that girl to Bible study came to me, and she's like, oh, Pastor Sky. And I'm like, yes. And she said to me, that girl that I brought, we really need to take care of this person. And I was like, oh. And I'm thinking to myself as, oh, this person brought her, so of course she wants her to be taken care of. But I was like, oh, why? And this person said to me that this girl was abandoned as a child, and then she was taken to a foster home. And then because she was so pretty, the father in the foster home did things to her. So they moved her to another foster home. Same thing happened. Moved her to another foster home, and the same thing happened again. And after hearing what this girl has gone through, my heart just dropped. Because here we are, we kind of sit there like, oh, look at this girl and all this going on with her, and we start making our own judgments. But it's interesting because from one piece of information, our hearts went from, oh, what a waste, to, how can I help? What can I do for this person? And the thing that was really striking me, and the realization I had, is like so many times in life, we look at situations, we look at something that just happened, we look at people around us, even today's topic of, oh, they're so rich and they're so successful, they must be so happy. Oh, this person's so pretty, they must get everything done for them. And we have all these judgments that we pour upon people. But the reality is, no one knows. I'm sure all of you have been through that situation where people think that you have a happy life. People think that everything's so great in your life. And they'll say things to you like, oh, you're so lucky for this and this. Oh, you're so lucky. But in your heart, you're like, oh, they have no idea. They have no idea what I'm going through right now. And my realization, this is why we have to trust in God. Because the only one that has all the information is God himself. And a lot of times we kind of go on our own and we start judging people, or we wonder, why did God bring this person here? Or why did God make me talk to this person? But I think it's something that if we realize really deeply, there's so many things in life that we're wrong with, and so many things that we make major assumptions and mistakes that we regret it later in the future. And I think that from this story, I think this is something that can help a lot of people when it comes to judging people from what they see. And it's something that we have to look and say, nah, is it really like that? And I think the best verse for this is 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 7, where God is talking to Samuel about who should we choose as the new king. And Samuel's like, oh, look at his appearance. Oh, look at this. This guy's great. And God's like, look, I'm not like you. I don't look at the appearance. I don't look at the things and see the things that you see. But I, the Lord your God, look at their hearts. And that's the most important thing that we have to figure out when it comes to us dealing with other people. I think one of the hardest things in life is when people don't understand your heart. When people don't understand your heart, nothing they say comes through. You can't hear it because they don't understand what's really going on in your life. And I say this one of the things is, there's this word in Korean. I'm Korean, not North Korean, guys. I'm South Korean. But one of these words in Korean, there's this really, really deep word. There's the word maum, which means heart. And then if you want to go even deeper than that, there's a word called 심정. And this word is not just heart, it's even deeper. It includes all the emotion, all the things that are happening in your life. And to know what's going through someone's life, like it's not just the heart, it's deeper than this. It's not even a word you can translate into English. And this is why I believe that when people can understand your heart to that level, to the level of 심정, this is when people open up. And this is when people are really, really able to help. And I hope that this is the way that we can live too. Just as God says, I don't look at the appearance, I look at the heart. And there's plenty of times in my life as a pastor, counseling, doing lots of these different interactions with people. I've been so wrong about people. Sometimes I just realize, wow, I feel pity. I feel sorry. I feel like, wow, God, you really, and it makes me want to pray for people even more. So I hope it's something that we can become more godly and not judge people on what we see in their life, just by the little small things, but we really have to become people that judge by the heart. What's really going on in their life? So, that's a story that I really wanted to share with everyone.